Well, the matchups are now set for the runoff and California governor's race and other key primaries that we've been following. Here for a closer look at the numbers and a preview of November is our very own Walt Gray. Walt, what a pleasure to have you back on the morning show.
Thank you. The restraining order has been lifted. And it's good to be home again, Jay. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, you're welcome anytime. Okay, let's talk about this. There's been a lot of movement in this race as these mail-in ballots get counted and processed. Yep. You're focusing first on the governor's race. We've seen Steve Hilton there with the check mark now.
Steve Hilton has had a remarkable run here. This has been a great campaign. He's resonated very closely with the Republican or people who are dissatisfied. The fact that he has a British accent is not hurting him. He's talking about change. He sounds different. So here's where we are now. Becerra with a slight lead. If you look at the rest of the Democrats who are not on this list here, that's about 10% of people. You look at Tom Steyer, 22.5%. So if the election were today, Becerra would pick up about 32 points. So we're going to say Becerra for a final total would be about 58% if all Democrats vote with him, which they probably will, and Republicans all vote with Hilton. You probably look at Hilton, and he's going to be at about 35%. That's what it would look like right now. Sorry about the 8. So in November.
According to your rough math here, this is Becerra's race to lose at this point, clearly.
2 out of 3 registered voters in the state are Democrat. So if the rest of the Democrats vote with Becerra and the rest of the Republicans vote with Hilton, this is how the numbers actually add up. So that's where it stands right now. It's tough to be a Republican running for office in this state.
And we're also seeing a lot of Democrats coalesce behind. We're finally seeing Gavin Newsom weigh in, throwing his weight behind Becerra.
Okay, he would have to.
Congressional races. This is the District 6, which was newly drawn as a result of Prop 50. We've got Kevin Kiley, left the Republican Party to run as an independent here. Explain what's going on, because Richard Pan, he's got the check mark now, too.
This was all designed to be Democrat. And then Kevin Kiley's like, I'll run in this race. This has been a remarkable, no one saw this coming. He's running as an independent. However, he does have the lead over Richard Pan. Now, you would think that in November, the 20 points of a Republican, Michael Stansfield, will likely go to Kiley, running as an independent, but actually, truly, as you know, he is a Republican at heart. So if you look to November, District 6, you have 30 points down here available to vote Democrat, and you have about Stansfield's 20 points. So when you put all that together, you would have in November, you would have Pan, I'm projecting, Pan, sorry about the math here, I was never good at spelling. But
handwriting, too, clearly a strength.
Handwriting is, let's blame it on the board here. Pan, I would say, would be about 53. That's what's available to him as a Democrat. And then we go with Kiley. If he picks up most of Stansfield, which he would, Kiley would be at about 45.
And this is important to emphasize here, because we're only seeing the Democrat on screen here, but just like the governor's race, there's a lot of blue down here in the single digits.
There is, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's where they all are. You have a lot of candidates who are, well, that's not going up on me. Normally it would that way. But anyway, there are a lot of Democrats who are down there, and that's why Pan would have the huge advantage. Then we go to Congressional District Number 7. Wow.
Generational battle here. This is incredible, because this has happened, within the past 48 hours here. Maya Vang, the younger, longtime Congresswoman Doris Matsui. Vang leapfrogged, sir, and now projected to advance to November as well. So we're getting kind of a battle of the establishment candidate versus the newcomer here.
And that's a good point. Maya Vang is a progressive. Doris Matsui is a bit more moderate. So if you are Doris Matsui, what you want to do is you want to appeal to these Republicans here. If Republicans turn out, and I don't know that they will turn out because there's 2 Democrats here, but if they do turn out to vote, you would think that they would go with Matsui as a safer alternative to the progressive Maya Vang. Doris Matsui's job is to reach out to these 2 people and say, would you support me? And that's where her ticket would be. This is going to be super close. And you know why? Because look at Sacramento County. Look at how Sac County went for Maya Vang over Doris Matsui. But if she appeals to the Republicans, look who's leading in El Dorado County in this area. If Doris Matsui can get to Zachariah Wooden, and we got to get a photo of Zachariah, because we don't even know if he exists. he may be an AI-generated candidate. I don't know at this point. But that's where we stand in the races so far.
That's going to be the really fascinating one to look at come November time.
So that's what we got.